everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. I am doing much better. You could probably hear that in my voice. I have a little bit more energy. I am still coughing and spluttering a little bit, but it is much better than it was. So we are going to do this final line of cakes at the bottom, and we are going to do those chocolate mint, and I have found some reference pictures and I really like the look of those ones. So it looks like very brown, very green, and that is what we're going to be going for in this lovely line of cakes. And I've got my swatches up so I can work out kind of what green. But first of all, we're going to get the cakes done. So I can't remember what I used for these ones, but that's fine. They don't have to be the same. I'm going to start with the cocoa brown, and I'm just going to zoom you in a bit. Maybe a little bit more, but I can't get, yeah, just about get you in there, can't I? Sorry, the light's quite bad. There we go. So I'm just going to put a light layer first of all on all of these like yummy spongy bits. So I hope you're all doing okay. There's a lot of stuff going around at the moment. The amount of people who, you know, you say you're unwell to, like, yeah, we had that a few weeks ago, or yeah, mine hung around for a month, and it's like, oh God, really? I don't want mine to hang around for a month. My skin is still not convinced that my rash is gone. It feels better, but I'm not convinced it's gone yet. Yeah, so if you haven't watched in the last few weeks, I've had a rash since just after New Year, so beginning of January, which I think was triggered by some B12 injections and taking of supplements, and it's like a bumpy rash. Makes my skin feel very dry and like sandpaper, and it's on my neck, my chest, and my certain areas of my face. So it's not really on my cheeks, it's kind of around the outsides of my face and on my jawline. So I was prescribed, first of all, I wasn't prescribed anything. I was just given E45 cream, which quite frankly did nothing. Just made my face feel like an oil slick. Then I went back to the doctors and said, it's still here a week later and it's not getting any better. Then he prescribed me some hydrocortisone cream. So I used that diligently twice a day as prescribed for probably, so I was meant to stop it this Friday. I actually stopped it on Wednesday because I really felt as though my skin was completely drying out. Like, it was making my skin feel really dry. So and although it has, I think, like, I can't really explain it, but the immune response seems to have died down, but the rash is still there, but not quite as bad. So I don't know if that means that the hydrocortisone worked. So that was cocoa brown. And then I'm going to just go over that with, I think this is a hazelnut brown, but because the pencil is so small, I don't even know how sharp. No, we'll just about sharpen it still. But I just might need to grab, I don't know where it is. Just need to grab a pencil extender because this is very short. So yeah, so I'm not sure if, so this is hazelnut brown, so I'm not sure if the hydrocortisone worked or not. Like I say, the rash is better, I think, but not gone. So I'm still, like, my normal moisturiser that I used to use before definitely doesn't feel as though my skin is moisturised afterwards. It used to feel totally fine. It still feels really dry after I've used it, so that's not quite rich enough. I've tried I got some Nivea night cream. I've tried that doesn't feel rich enough. Skin still feels quite dry even after using that. And the only thing that makes me feel my skin feel remotely hydrated is the E45. but my skin feels like an oil slick after I've used that. So maybe that's too much. So today I got some this cream that is meant to be specifically for dry skin and eczema sufferers, in the hope, and it's made with natural products, so like beeswax and that kind of thing. And I've tried a little patch test just because my skin does tend to is quite sensitive, does tend to have reactions to things if it's unknown products. And I did have a patch test a couple of years ago, and there was something that came up on the patch test beginning with L, which is in cosmetics and some cleaning products that I did have a contact allergy to. So it's therefore not a surprise to me that I do have an allergy to, you know, my skin is sensitive. So yeah, so I've just done a patch test on that. It doesn't seem to have done anything nasty to my skin, because I put a little bit on the areas that are still feeling really bumpy. So that was hazelnut brown, and then I'm just going to go over it again with cocoa brown. So I put that on the bits that still feel really bumpy, which is kind of on my, just to the kind of sides of my head, near eyebrows. That's where it's really lumpy. Then my jawline. I can't think where else I put it, but just in those spaces. I don't want to put it over my whole face in case I come out in a massive rash because of it. So yeah, so I've put that on today to just give that a try. Failing that, I think I might have to go back to the doctors again and just say, no, it's still not right. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it is a reaction to the treatment I had before Christmas. I don't know if it's some kind of acne flare-up that's just something that's happened. It all just seems very coincidental. That as soon as I put something in my body goes, no. Right, so that's all the spongy bits of the cake. Now we're gonna have some fun with the green. And I want the cobalt green, which is this green here from the Brutfuner macarons. I've just got to find it. That is mint green. Nope, that's not what I want. Is that the cobalt? That's the jade. There's the cobalt. So we're going to be using this lovely cobalt green. So yeah, so it looks as though I'm going to have to go back to the doctors again. It's still not gone, and I think they're probably just going to have to do a general referral to dermatology to try and determine what is going on, because it's driving me absolutely crazy. I just want my skin to go back to feeling normal. So I'm just going around the outside of this icing. Oh, this is going to look really fun. I don't quite know what I'm going to do these fun bits in the middle yet. Oh, I don't. Probably. I think I've got a metallic-y, probably gold. I think I've got a metallic-y kind of gel pen that I can use a bit of. What else would look good with? I've got a green one. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do, yeah. So this is going to be green too. Oh, this is so much fun. So I've left like a little white highlight down the middle of that cake, because that's where I've left from there. And this one we're just going to go, we're probably going to go dark at the bottom and graduate into a paler green towards the top, and then this is going to be chocolate. And again, it's got loads of sprinkles on, so there'll be gold, metallic. I've got a green metallic I can use as well. I still haven't decided what to do with the cake cases. If anyone has any thoughts. I was thinking it kind of, I might go along with the theme of each line. but I'm not sure at the moment. That'll be in the next video for sure. Absolutely sure that'll be the next video after this one will be what I have decided with the cake cases. So I think with this it's going to have this white bit down there. This I think is going to be white and green, and then the splodge on the top will be the chocolate. So yeah, that's where I am with my health stuff. Nowhere near working out what's wrong, which is always good. I'm just trying to get through. I think that's all you can do, isn't it? When you've got health stuff, you've just got to cling on, hope that it improves, and if not, you just got to keep going back and badgering the doctor. I do want to do a little darker green, but I think that might have to be a Arteza expert. So I think I'm going to use Spearmint green to give it just a little bit of a contrast, and so just going to use the Spearmint green just on the edges. I don't want to detract away from the really beautiful green of that Brutfuner macaron. And it's just there to give it a fractional hint of that it's a round thing. It's got a bit of extra depth, but definitely not detract from the beautiful green that's already there. So yeah, a bit frustrating. It's the worst feeling, having skin that just doesn't feel right. Really is. I detest it. And I've always struggled to find skin products that work well. So yeah, when it's not feeling great and it's not the product, you're like, what is going on? So yeah, work's been busy. I'm going up north on Monday for work. I'm gonna go and see my parents just overnight, but still nice to see your parents when they live so far away. Yes, work is busy. I'm planning for got a big event happening in July, so that'd be why. I'm the main organiser, so I've been doing a lot of prep work for a meeting on Monday. Right, so I'm just going to go over that to make sure that's all blended out nicely. So my daughter's also not very well this week. I think she has started with what my husband and I had last week, or what I'm still trying to get over. And I did a really silly thing this week. I went to sing on Tuesday and my voice was not ready. It was not ready to sing in the slightest. And I remember sleeping that night and thinking, oh, my voice hurts. So that was a little bit silly, I have to say. Right, now we're going to do the splodgy chocolate. It's very exciting. On the top. That definitely needs to have some kind of highlight put in once that's done. So this is the hazelnut brown I've gone in with first of all. Got to work out what to do with this little flower. And this cake, which is just a bit random. No, I think that looks. I think the different colours in this one looks really pretty against all the other ones we've done. I wondered how this page would come together when you kind of got a different colour palette on each line. But I think when you've got them together, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with the cocoa brown. just to give that a bit of darkness. Definitely needs a highlight putting in to make it look like shiny chocolate. I've been watching, there's a couple of people who've got early copies of Kirby's new book, Dark Fairy Tales, and Mel Pamini's new book, Dream Boyish. So I think Colouring with Claire got them, and Shell's Colouring Journey definitely did. So I watched Colouring with Claire's Dark Fairy Tales, and I watched Shell's Colouring Journey, Dream Voyage Flips. And I have to say, the Kirby one, there's pages I really love, and there's pages that I'm not so keen on. And similarly with Mel Pamini, so I've just gone back in with this, oh look, that's smudgy. I've just gone back in with the Spearmint green here, just to darken it up a little bit. Normally I would put a bit of shading when it's white, but I think I'm going to go in and use my Posca pens anyway. So that's just, oh, just dropped my pencil on the floor, and it was me diddy one. Oh, where's it gone? Right under my foot. Okay, so I just used 4 pencils for those. I used cobalt green from Brutfuner macarons and spearmint green to do the green, hazelnut brown and cocoa brown from Arteza Expert for the icing. Now we're going to use Posca pens. Now this is where that green might be too dark, and I don't know if I have a lighter one. I'm wondering if I should. Sorry about the noise. I don't know if that'll be too dark as well. Well, I think first of all we'll go around the chocolate. I think that's easier because I definitely have a chocolate flavour. Colour Posca pen. Whereas I'm not sure I have the right colour green for the green icing, so we may just have to go around that with white just to block out the lines. Yeah, so there's elements of both books. I didn't absolutely love them when I saw the flips, but so when Mel Pamini brought out the nature mandalas, I didn't buy that one because I was like, no, that's definitely not me. I don't like doing mandalas particularly, so I didn't buy that one. Enchanted Earth, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Then with Kirby, because I find Kirby so flipping hard, I have to really like the subject matter, I think. So I've been quite selective with the books that I bought from him. I've got Fragile Worlds, Worlds Within Worlds, and Imagimorphia. Imagimorphia is my least favourite. Then the other ones, like Mythic World, Alien Worlds, I've not been remotely interested. And I mean, I really like the look of the new book. There's some pages in there I think are going to look amazing. So I think I am going to get that one, but I'm going to be so overwhelmed by it. And then Dream Voyage has got this mythic element with lots of weird creatures. So again, it's got a similar vibe to the Dark Fairy Tales, but again in her own individual Mel Pamini style. So I've just gone around all the chocolate with my brown Posca. Oh, I think that would be too. That's too turquoise. Too yellowy. It might be alright. I've got a light green, but I think this might be too limey. Do you know what? I'm just going to use this dark green paint pen and just have done. Not too bad. So yeah, so I think I am going to buy both of those books. I would definitely recommend you having a look at the flips. Unless you're just, yes, I'm definitely having it. I always look at a flip generally before I purchase. Unless it's Rita Berman or Johanna Basford, who generally I know will always buy and will always love. I always watch a flip. Because I haven't got all of Hannah Lynn's either because of the same thing. There's some subject matter that I'm not interested in colouring. So there's no point in me having them. I want all my books to be coloured in. I want to enjoy colouring. So I have used a bit of green, but I am also going to use a bit of white on this as well. I need to put some highlights in anyway, but there is some white here that I want to do. So yeah. So I am definitely going to get those, I think. Whether I'll get them straight away, I don't know, because 27th of February, one of them is released. And then I think the next one's released in March. I can't remember which way round it is. So we'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. Whether I get them straight away or I leave them for a bit. It's not as if I haven't got enough colouring books to colour in, to be fair. So yeah. So there's some dots on this icing that I'm just putting some white bits on. Then I just want to put some on this chocolate. Then I want to put a little bit here at the bottom. And definitely some up here. Okay, now I just need to decide upon what I'm going to do with this flower, and then I'm going to do the sprinkles. So we've definitely finished with the Posca. So I used a brown Posca, a green Posca and a white Posca, or all of them weren't Poscas, but they were just acrylic paint pens, so it doesn't matter what brand you have. If you don't have all of them, that's fine too. So I'm going to put gold. So this is a Pentel dual hybrid, which, as I said the other day, I totally love. We're going to put some gold on here. We'll do the gold inside that flower. Then I have a green and metallic blue Posca, which I think will look really good. Do all the squares in that colour. And then I want a metallic brown. I don't know if I've got one. I've got one in here. Oh, I have a Black Widow pencil, not where it should be. I have got a kind of bronzy, I don't know if this is quite what I want, and it's more gold. if I threw it away. It was a jelly roll, but I don't know if I possibly threw that one away because it was all split and nasty. Oh, that'll work. This is kind of like an orangey brown metallic Secura jelly roll, but I don't find the Secura jelly roll as good as the Pentel dual hybrids. They are not my favourites. No, it's not working very well. Do you know what? I think I must have thrown that one away. I'll give it one more shot. No, that's not working very well. I wonder if like a... I wonder if this one will be better. I'm not having much luck today. I've gone for like a blacky one instead. That one's not much better. Okay, I'm not going to do them then. I'm just going to try this metallic instead. So this is a metallic orange yellow. I'm just going to go over what I've just done. Not the colour I wanted at all, but it's totally fine. That works. Okay, that's those. That was a bit of a mission trying to find a gel pen that actually worked. Right, then we're just going to do, I don't know what colour to do that flower. I'm thinking purple. I'm going to use purple iris. Don't know why, I like purple and green. Like so. I'm just going to add a bit of a darker ring around that, and I'm using amethyst purple. There we go. And then we will use the spearmint green again, I think, for the leaves. And probably a jade green because I like jade green. Like so. And just give that a bit of a darker, just at the bottoms, a bit of a darker. There we go. And that is a mint chocolate chip cake. So I'm just going to zoom you out so you can see all 4 lines together. They are our cakes. Next video will be probably drawing a little shelf underneath each line of cupcakes. Doing the cupcake cases. I think once the cupcake case is done, it'll look much better. It's looking a bit sparse right now. I think once the cupcake cases are done, it'll all come together. So that is part 4. Mint chocolate chip cupcakes. Hope you enjoy. Bye.